Myself and my colleague Melissa have been working in practice nursing for quite some time now. I've probably worked in practice nursing for around 6 years and Melissa 4 years. As a practice nurse you've got to have lots of different skills, so we have a variety of skills, obviously respiratory diplomas, diabetic diplomas. I'm a practice nurse prescriber and Melissa's due to start prescribing in January. Last summer Melissa was invited to go to the Primary Care Respiratory Society at Leaders meeting, and she gained lots of knowledge and ideas from the professionals that also attended on that day. And she thought, because there was not a network in Leeds surrounding respiratory, it'd be a good idea to set the Leeds Respiratory Network up. And obviously she needed a partner in crime, so she contacted myself, because me and Melissa have been friends for over 10 years. Melissa's passion came from when she was a nursing cadet, and mine from when I started my nurse training. My first placement was on a respiratory ward, so I knew then that that's the way I would go forward. And for me it started in my back garden one afternoon when I was sunbathing, and I got a phone call from Melissa telling me all about her idea and that she wanted to set up this network, and I congratulated her and said, oh, that sounds like a fantastic idea, I'll come to your meeting. And she said, no, I want you to be Leeds Respiratory Network with me. So foolishly I agreed. Here we are today. Well, we had to think of a name first of all, and we came up with Leeds Respiratory Network because there's not another network in Leeds. We registered with the Primary Care Respiratory Society as Leeds Respiratory Network, and then we set up a Twitter account, a Facebook page. We set up an email account, Leeds Respiratory Network email account, and slowly built up contacts of people that were interested in respiratory, and from the practice nurse community in Leeds, obviously from colleagues, from those that attended the meeting, and over time that's extended to school nurses, pharmacists, and not just in the Leeds area. Because of Twitter, it's quite a global thing as well. We've nearly 500 followers on Twitter, and we've got good communications with secondary care consultants. They are keen to work with me and Melissa, and we're on first name terms with them really, and any new developments in secondary care, they give us the information so we can disseminate it out. We're the heart of access to the practice nurses in Leeds that are interested in respiratory really. So they send us all the information and we forward it on, and the practice nurses who are on our mailing list will know because they get inundated with messages from us. The thought has come from, we did some research around respiratory care at Leeds, and if you look at the Atlas of Variation, a few other documents like the Inhale report, and you can look at your own CCG, you can see across Leeds there's a mass variation in respiratory care, and we wanted to close that gap really and try to ensure that all practice nurses that see respiratory patients are singing off the same hymn sheet. So we've organised the first respiratory conference in Leeds. That's on 22nd of October. I'm sure all the practice nurses have heard about it. So that's quite exciting. And we're working on a few ideas for the future, perhaps setting up a social enterprise so we can become a business. The social enterprise is a non-profit making organisation, so any profits that we make would go back into the business. It's been a slow process to start with, but we've just not gone away. And I think people are now thinking, we might have something here. For example, if other practice nurses wanted to set up their own network, say on diabetes, they could. It's not hard and it's not taken a lot of work and effort. Melissa comes round once a month on an evening and we discuss agendas for future meetings, guest speakers, which pharmaceutical company we're going to use. They provide quite a lot of educational events and they've got the finances to support it. And it's easy to set up a Twitter account and a Facebook account. I'd advise that you work with another colleague, because when you're busy they can take over the role. It's quite self-fulfilling really, and building networks with other professionals. I've learnt loads along the way about respiratory disease that I thought I already knew but that I didn't. I hope it's inspirational to other people. It should be seen in a positive light, and I hope that other practice nurses and other professionals think about setting up a network. The reason why I'm here today is because during the practice nurse conference I will be laid on a beach in sunny Spain sipping cocktails. So Melissa will be at the event today, and she'll happily answer any questions that you may have about the network.